This is Derekh Chamblee. It's still Sunday, July 10th, 2016. Right beside the Hillsborough River. Right outside the Strass Performing Arts Center. Beautiful Sunday afternoon. Tampa, Florida. The next great American city. One of my favorite spots right here, and wanted to talk to you about U.S. Senator from Florida, Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio. And the projection coming from Nix Dixon that U.S. Senator from Florida, Marco Rubio, will lose the August 30th, 2016 Florida primary for the U.S. Senate seat to Carlos Beirut, who is going to have the endorsement of Florida's Governor Rick Scott, and eventually Donald Trump is going to endorse Carlos Beirut's campaign against U.S. sitting Senator from Florida, Marco Rubio. It's another example of the Marco Bush RUBOT error. RUBOT error. And the polls are wrong right now. It's very easy to project that the Donald Trump voters in the March 15th, 2016 Florida primary are not going to vote, that voted against Marco Rubio for as a presidential candidate, are not going to vote for Marco Rubio statewide to retain his U.S. Senate seat. And so, as all roads lead to Cleveland, for the Republican National Convention, U.S. Senator from Florida, Marco Rubio, is going to realize that his path to get on the ballot in November in Florida is through the vice presidential slot. And he will give in to the national Republican so-called establishment, so-called anti-Trump forces. He will give in, they will convince him to accept the vice presidential slot, and Donald Trump, the art of the con, will make a great deal with Marco Rubio and the national GOP leaders that are not currently supporting him. The Bush Triangle, John Kasich, governor of Ohio, Senator of Texas Ted Cruz, and Marco Rubio, Senator of Florida. The Bush Triangle, Ohio, Texas, and Florida. Without those states, the national GOP cannot win in the Electoral College, and then it boils down to the state of Florida. The state of Florida and the 99 delegates supposedly won in the March 15th, 2016 Florida primary by Donald Trump, are loyal to Jeb Bush and Marco Rubio, and they will boycott voting for Donald Trump, and other states will follow, especially if the particular vote to unbind the delegates goes to the floor. There will be a majority that will vote in favor of unbinding the delegates in Cleveland. And so Donald Trump has probably already come to the realization and made the deal just on Friday in Miami when he met with Marco Rubio. He probably realizes by now, Donald Trump realizes that they will give him the nomination in Cleveland, but they will insist, the anti-Trump forces, the national Republican GOP leaders will insist that the convention select his running mate, that the convention select who will run in the vice presidential slot. And At any rate, this is Derekh Chamblee with Cyber Citizen Network, reporting on the latest projection from Nix Dixon, Google quasi-super delegates, Google Nix Dixon, Google next great American city, Tampa. This is Derekh Chamblee, signing off.